a challenge to those of us here who are practitioners. And I think it's a big problem. Now, and we also realize that there is a wide gap between CSR practitioners on one hand, the philanthropic entities like the Tolu organization, and even the civil society organization. And the effect is so obvious. One, there is now reduction in the impact of philanthropic activities, and CSR organizations, philanthropic entities, and NGO, and others, they are now working at cross purposes. And apart from that, there is unwieldy dissipation of energy by CSR entities. I don't see any reason why, for instance, a philanthropic organization that is desirous of impacting life in, say, a local government in Rivers State in Nigeria, for instance, cannot team up or link up with a CSR organization that have the same vision, thereby, merging up all their resources so that they can have higher impact. I think that is what we are trying to say here. So because of that, we now see that activities and programs are too thinly spread on the ground. And for that reason, they are unable to leverage on the advantage of synergy for maximum efficiency in philanthropic deliveries. Now, what are the reasons for this gap? Well, the do-it-alone syndrome, and I think I'm justified by the statement by Dr. Boa. He said, well, we are just a philanthropic entity and not a CSR organization. So they want to do their own thing in their own way. Then problem of suspicion. The lack of adequate knowledge of possible advantage of synergy and the non-availability of framework of strategy for forming productive alliances. Now, what are the strategies for forming productive alliances? The first thing is that there is the need for a basic conviction among all stakeholders that no organization or entity can solve the problem of the world alone. I think this point was articulated during the last conference by Case University and the United Nations in US, where they, talking about using business as a means of advancing world benefit. No organization can do it all alone. Then the next one is for them now to begin to share information on activities, visions, and mission, either by the CSR organization themselves and also across philanthropic organizations and other stakeholders. Then number 3, networking activity by CSR organization and philanthropic entities on one hand and across every organization and entity or the other. So with that, at the end of the day, we come to term, we come to realize that, look, some organizations will share similar vision and mission. Then at that point, you can begin to think of how you can, link up. Then development of database on areas of philanthropic interests for adequate dissemination and future possible collaboration. Then establishment of platform for sharing resources on who is doing what are the available network relationships, then profiles of organization with unique strengths that can be tapped for higher impact. Then, what are the challenges for this as far as CSR is concerned in Africa? The first one is that there's an urgent need for corporate entity to now begin to transit from the presently one-and-off charity activity to a more focused and long-term CSR initiative, which is more catalytic. Then 2, incorporation of social investment philanthropy into core business objective. A little, survey indicate that, look, even some organizations don't have CSR budgets, from day one. It's just by the wayside. And, it's not neat enough. So, then establishment of template for CSR management, that encompasses program planning, implementation, and control. Then development of partnership and network relationship among relevant stakeholders, particularly independent philanthropic organizations, NGOs,